Hey guys, how you doing? So I thought I would do a daily update or weekly update on energy. Okay, so I thought I would go over the cards first because there's quite a lot that I was seeing in them. But some of you, okay, because I'm going to try and do work, finances, career and everything, and health. But some of you could have just come in union with your actual twin flame or soulmate. Okay, because this talks about healing and caring, sharing and loving one another, like literal union. And the cat normally represents like love and affection. Very wise, influential kind of, cats do represent union too, because they're very loving creatures, but they are very wise. But you could have come in contact with your actual soulmate for a brief moment, or because we have the Empress too. So I was picking up a lot to do with pregnancy. So some of you could have found out about a pregnancy, okay? Or you could find out that you are pregnant, or it could have something to do with children, because the Empress always talks about being fertile, okay? But the swans, they never part. If one swan dies, the other swan doesn't leave that vicinity of where they both spent the majority of the time together. Wherever one swan dies, the other swan spends the rest of the time alone itself, because it will never find another true soulmate. Okay, that's pretty much the story of the swans. But there isn't two swans here. There's children, but there isn't two swans, there's one. Okay, so you could have come in brief contact at some point with your soulmate and kind of united for a while. Okay, and there could have been a brief separation, but still there's loads of loving feelings there. Okay, and you could have been maybe talking about pregnancy, because we also have the Hierophant. Okay, now why I wanted to go over this again was because I was picking up after I'd done the video, was like there could be court of law. You could be some, because if we're looking at everything, you could have been going to court over children. It could mean that you could have been going over over court things, court proceedings, right, like books, things that have been wrote down, text messages, emails, lawyers, solicitors, going over anything that's karmic. Okay, but you could have been talking also with your soulmate or love interest or love partner about a commitment or about a marriage, or you could have been or you are married or getting married. But you do have the Five of Coins, okay? Five of Coins here too, which means basically being left out cold. But sometimes this is kind of greedy, but this is like walking away, okay? But also with points of growth. So this is why there could have been a brief moment of union with your soulmate, or realizing about karma, or being left out in the cold by an old soulmate, and then finding a new one. Because no matter which way this woman walks, she's always walking towards something new, because she's walking forward. Okay, left two people out in the cold, okay, but she's still walking forward with whatever it is that she's got, whether she's greedy, whether she's not, or it doesn't matter. Just as an energy, someone's walking away in order to find. So what we have down here is the Sun, which can be Leo, or you could have two people fighting over a Leo, because the Sun is in the middle. So two people could have been fighting over a Leo, and it's caused someone to walk away, maybe, okay, out of a marriage or a commitment, okay. And it's caused you to drop the burden and literally think about things, think about a next forward path, maybe, okay, or you're just resting from a tired day at work, and you're just resting, maybe, okay. But if we look at this as a creative field, I was picking up the Hierophant of, like, because this is about spiritual alignment. So because of these two here, so when you're in alignment, okay, with anything that you do, because I was picking up on the book, so some of you could be writers, artists, or anything like that. It was because I was picking up on the book, like the Guinness Book of Records or something, but going through old documents and stuff like that, old court documents or anything, if it's to do with art, you have to be in alignment with what it is that you do. So it basically means that you love it that much that whatever it is that you do, if it's love, or love is just a feeling, but when it's a true feeling, you can't forget it because you feel it intensely, constantly, okay? So when we use that in our creative field or jobs or money or anything like that, what we do is that we use action, because at the bottom of the deck and the overall energy is the page of wands, okay, which is represented within the 1 that the guy is actually holding here, okay. So it's dropping a burden. He's got 1 left to take in a direction, which is the page, okay. So then what you do is when you manifest and when you do anything creatively or jobs, money, career, love, you take that 1 and you use that with what the 1 is held within the Queen of Wands, which is the Sagittarian energy, and you use it with fire and action, and you strike while the iron's hot, basically. So when you look at a creative field, when you're in alignment, you have to have action of what we learn through points of growth, of karma, of when we drop burdens. When you become in alignment and you sort out your family, because you have family, soul groups and family are reside within everything, okay? So when everything starts to resolve karmically, because we're coming out of a karmic year, when all that starts to resolve and you start to grow true intention, seeds of intent, and planting seeds of true feeling of what we have to manifest from our gut, okay, we use that with action and we act upon it, because we've dropped, when the 10 of Wands, all the wands that are carried on the back are karma. They're all points of growth of karma that you're carrying. That's why it's so heavy. But when you drop a burden, you become a lot lighter, and you realise that you're very fiery and passionate, and you have loads of energy, and you want to keep going, which is good. Okay, so you don't burn yourself out. Obviously, you need to temper and balance your energy, but you use that 1 wand of that fire and passion, and use it towards your work or your career and finances, because the woman here is literally looking down and walking towards the sun. So you could have a sun that's in Leo, maybe, okay, or you are just found a guiding light and a guide is helping you, because that obviously means spiritual enlightenment. It doesn't mean Leo, it just means like prosperity, joy, happiness, fulfillment, like love, feelings, everything. The sun is the best card in the deck, okay. So it means that the woman is walking out of the cold and into the light and finding alignment with exactly where you should be as a collective, of where we should be as we're coming out of a karmic year. So a lot of souls, a lot of people now are kind of finding the places of where they should be, finding their place of where they should be, okay, which means walking away from the past and start to walk forward with all points of growth that we have, okay, and then we start to guide ourselves towards. Okay, because when we go through karmic experiences, we realise that things are very draining and toxic. They do, and they drain our emotions greatly. Okay, but what we do is when we start to find our true path, true light, or you find a light worker or a guide or anything like that, they guide us towards finding prosperity. Okay, but normally it's a lot to do with astrology and timing, divine timing. Everything will happen in divine timing. A lot of people, because all people think that your soulmate or whatever is a life partner, but that's not always the case. When things hurt that much and there's that much pain and you're in illusion thinking that this is my life partner, this is, that's toxic. That's toxic, because you wouldn't hurt your actual soulmate. You wouldn't. So that's points of growth of toxic behaviour, of things that are very toxic, that it causes a hell of a lot of growth and work in order to do. That doesn't mean that that's not your life partner in all cases, but you will only find it out by the amount of pain you experience to realise whether you're prepared to keep doing it again. When you find true alignment with the person that you're supposed to be, you will feel completely and utterly overjoyed, to the point where you feel that all day, every day, all day long. The sun, happy, joyful, prosperity, laughing, crying, laughing, joy, everything. Okay, and it slowly brings you out of the cold, because you pull your true soulmate out of each other. You pull each other towards the light. You're both in the cold, roughly, okay, roughly at that same sort of time, and you both guide and pull each other out of the pit, and you pull each other towards the sun, and that's where the feelings start to grow and you start to manifest. Okay, so work is not really here at the moment. I mean, it can be really good, but it's kind of meaning thinking of next stages of what to do, you know, what to do creatively, or what to do within work, or where to go, or what to do that you can add to making money, because this can be like extremely positive in whatever it is that you want to do. It's not saying that it's not there, it's just saying more about alignment of people finding and thinking more about what can I do for my next stage of career, finances, or anything that will bring that in. Okay, so that's kind of the energy that we've got around at the moment, so that's really good. Health looks really good apart from that card, but that's not even bad because that's guiding towards the sun. So health looks good, you know, there's a lot of abundance, feeling emotionally abundant, kind of maybe buying some new clothes, maybe feeling fertile, you know, thinking about pregnancy maybe, because it's a very fertile kind of card, you know. Some of you could have realised that you are pregnant, okay, or that you want to be, that you want to get married, or that you are married, okay, because that is like Taurus, but that is like commitment, that's marriage, partnership, relationship, or marriage, okay. Or some people could have just walked out of one, you know, but I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. So anyway, let's have a look at this. Can you tell me about Steve's Daily Bowl of Soup? What's the energies around my subscribers and people that may find for this week? Or today. Energy is very fluent, so basically you either have just come in, like union, or you will this week, okay, or a brief communication with, or a lot of communication with. It really just depend. Okay, they all can't come out too much, and they are literally all upside down. Just one card, please. One card. Chemistry. Have chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction. So it's basically soulmate energy. It's basically pulling. That's what we were just saying. Pulling. A magnet pulls. You pull each other. When you find your true soulmate, you pull each other towards each other because there's a very strong magnetic attraction. So it pulls you and the other person towards each other to create proper union. Okay, towards proper union, because they're guiding each other, they're supporting, very supporting of each other, okay, whatever they do. So it causes the sun, causes you to manifest more and more and more and more, drawing prosperity. So then if you look at that within your creative field, what that's saying is that there is a strong magnetic attraction towards what it is that you're doing. It means that you're just constantly wanting to do whatever it is that you're doing because you're supposed to be, because you're in alignment with it, because it's making you feel good. So whatever it is that you're doing as a collective of people, it means that you're doing a great job, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. So if you're looking at anything creatively or work and you're really excited about it, or whatever it is that you're really excited about, anything, it means that you're supposed to be. So as a collective, at the moment, we are doing greatly, because we are now coming into December, which is out of the karmic year. And that's great as a reading for, it can be this week, it can be, you know, whenever it hits. But you could be coming in contact with, you know, an old soulmate or a new soulmate, but there's nothing that's bad that really looks here, you know. So everything looks fantastic. So I will add that if anybody wants readings, okay, I am going to start opening them up, and I'm going to make a quick video. So please hit the bell for an update, because I will just make an update and call it reading update. But I'm going to put an email at some point in the description, and I'll allow you to send me an email and telling me that you want, well, if you leave a comment saying that you want a reading to this video, then I'll have a rough idea of if there are many people that actually want a reading. I'm going to try and keep it as very reasonable priced as I can. Okay, and I'll probably go off like 3 or 4 questions, but we'll figure that out as we go. But I'll probably end up then leaving an email that you can email me and tell me very briefly, and then I can send you a video and we'll go from there. But if you leave me a comment to say whether you're interested in a video, because that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing through December. Okay, so anyway, I will catch you next time, but make sure that you leave a comment to saying about whether you would like a reading or not. Okay, all right guys, peace.